Hi everyone, welcome to my video. Today we will be discussing on MUET reading paper. I will explain more on tasks and strategies for part 2. Okay, we start off with the format for part 2. The text length is between 300 to 400 words. As you can see, it is not too long and not too short. And there are 5 questions altogether. And all the questions are objective with 3 options given, A, B, and C. Okay, now we move on to the text type. So the passage that you will be reading for part 2 may come from magazines, newspapers, articles, any write-up from the blogs, biographies, emails, informal letters, and formal letters. Okay, next, when you read, there are actually a few things that you should do. Number 1, you read for main ideas and supporting details, meaning that for every paragraph that you read, you must make sure that you are able to find the main ideas, the main point, and also the explanation in each paragraph, so that whenever you find these main ideas and supporting details, you are able to understand each paragraph. Alright, next, number 2, make inferences. Okay, actually making inferences in reading passage, you are actually reading between the lines. For example, in the passage, you can infer based on the information given before or after any particular place in the passage. So that is why, or that is where you are making inferences. Okay, and number 3, to identify details and examples to support an argument. This is actually a continuity from number 1. So meaning in each paragraph when you read, you must make sure that everything is there. The list goes on. The main point, the explanation, the example, so that the combination of these 3 things can help you to understand the passage better. And number 4, to predict the outcomes. Okay, so some sort of like number 2, making inferences. This is also to predict the outcomes based on the information given. Okay, number 2 and number 4, you are not making inferences or predict the outcomes out of nowhere. You are actually based on the information given, or like I said just now, reading between the lines. Okay, next, how to attempt the questions. Actually, there are 2 ways that you can try or you can do to attempt the questions. Number 1 is the normal way of doing it. You read the passage first and then you read the questions. But you can try the other way around as well. You go through the questions and then you go back to the passage and read. Okay, so you may want to try these 2 ways and just see whichever works best for you and you can try. Alright, generally, how to attempt the questions. Number 1, read the questions and underline the keywords in the question. I am sure that when you read the questions, you can identify what are the words that you need to underline that can help you to find the answers in the passage later. Alright? Okay, number 2, skim through the text until you come to the part needed to answer the question. After you have read the question, you underline and then you may want to skim through the text or the passage to actually come to the part that you know this is the answer. Okay? Right, next, number 3. Read every option and eliminate the answers that are totally wrong. Okay, number 3 is very important. When you have found the answers in the passage, then you come back to the question. You must read every option and you must eliminate the answers that are totally wrong, so that you are left with the possible answers. So by eliminating the wrong answers, it can help you to actually find the answers, right? And number 4, of course, when you have eliminated the wrong options, that left you with the best answer, or actually it helps you to find the best answer. Okay, as you can see, this is the example of part 2. You have one email here from Abdul Razak to Dr. Rashida, and followed by 5 questions. And you can see the questions, objective questions, with 3 options given, A, B, and C. So what you should do is you should read the message, understand the email, what is the main purpose of writing the email, and what are the issues or what are the main ideas in each paragraph. Okay, so you may want to underline the keywords, you may want to jot down small notes in order for you to understand the message before you actually answer the questions. Alright, then after you have understood the passage, you can go to the questions and try to find the answers by eliminating the totally wrong answers, and also go back to the passage, find the keywords, and I think you know the steps on how to find the answers, okay, for the objective questions. And as I mentioned just now, you can try reading the passage first and then try to answer the questions, or you can actually go through the questions before you read the passage. So you can try both ways, and maybe you can see which way best for you. Okay. Okay. Let us try to answer these questions. Okay, we start with number 5. Abdul Razak wrote to Dr. Rashida because. So the question is asking you the main reason why Abdul Razak wrote the email. Okay, so as you can see in the passage, paragraph number 5. Okay, I would like to explain my absence from your lectures for the past 2 weeks and for having not informed you earlier. So that will be the reason. Okay, we can see that will be the reason why Abdul Razak wrote to Dr. Rashida. So you go back to the question. A has received an email from her. That was not the main purpose, of course. And B, he had to give his new email address to her. Well, that was not really the main issue here. But when you go to C, he wanted to say sorry for missing her classes. So C will be the best answer as it is mentioned in paragraph number 2, the one that I underlined with the green line. Okay, number 6. Abdul Razak missed the second class because. So we are finding here the reason why Abdul Razak missed the second class. Okay, if you read the passage, there were 2 classes that Abdul Razak missed. Okay, 17th February, the first class, and then 24th February, the second class. So here the question asking you why Abdul Razak missed the second class. Alright, you can see in the passage, number 6, on the 24th February, I could not come to class because I had to attend my sister's wedding in my village. So you go back to the question, we have to eliminate the wrong answers. B, he was too sick. That will be the first reason, not the first class, not the second class. So wrong. C, he had a meeting. That was not mentioned in the passage. Alright, so A, he went home. Yes, because why the answer is A? Because he went home has the same meaning with he went back to the village because he attended his sister's wedding. Okay, we go to number 7. Abdul Razak missed his flight because, so the reason why he missed his flight. So in the passage, It mentioned there was a heavy rain and my journey took longer than usual and I could not reach the airport on time. So the reason was the heavy rain. So the heavy rain here, when you go back to the question, you cannot find any answers on heavy rain, but of the bad weather will be the best answer. Okay, because A, of his sister's wedding, no, that was not the reason why he missed the flight. And C, of a flight delay. Flight delay was not even mentioned in the passage. So the answer will be B. Okay, we continue with number 8. Abdul Razak's most important request in his email is. So you have to search for the important request in his email. So I have underlined there number 8 in the passage. If you can read, I be given the opportunity to take the test because I might fail the course if I do not get any marks for the test. So we can see here, his main request is to take the test listening again. So we go back to the question. B, to present his work. No, not about that. C, to do a project. Yes, to do a project was mentioned in the passage, but that was the alternative if the his first request was not being given. Okay, so he was suggesting to do a project. Okay, so here the most important request was A, to take the listening test. And the last one, number 9, Abdul Razak ended his email by promising. Okay, the word ended here, of course, you have to go through the bottom of the email. What did he promise in the end? I have underlined there, I cannot attend a class. I will email to inform you. So that is to tell Dr. Rashidah if he missed classes again. So B would be the answer. For A, to come early for all Dr. Rashidah's class was not mentioned in the passage, clearly was not mentioned. C, to reply Dr. Rashidah's email was not even mentioned as well. So B would be the closest or the correct answer. Okay, so that is basically how you can read the passage and answer the questions. Okay, and not only to read the passage, but you have to go through the options one by one and eliminate the wrong answers. That will help you a lot when you are finding the correct answers. Okay, basically that's it for part 2 reading comprehension. So I hope that the tips, the notes will be useful for you. And good luck. Thank you for watching and listening.